number of hat toys which I've enjoyed, certainly taking them to children's parties, which I did for so many years. And the best ones are something which do something, of course, they just look good. And these are 4 which have got propeller blades on them. There we are, there's the first one. This is the only one that's not motorized. There's 2 which are battery operated and 1 which is wind up. But this one relies on either standing in a very strong wind, that sort of effect, or on still air, running hard, and as you run along, hopefully the propeller blade will turn around and around and around. It's got a very sweet little top to it as well. Look at this. It's a little sort of pelican-type bird with lots and lots of little beads there to allow the propeller to turn freely above the head of the bird, just about there. And it turns, and it's got a little star at the end, and it sits in your head very happily and revolves around, either when there's a downdraft or more like that, with the head forward, and it'll. Yeah, well, that's a bit off. The second one is a battery operated one. This is very clever, actually. It works very well. It's very functional. It's more sensible thing rather than a fun one, because this actually works very well. Let me show you what it does. It's got battery inside, or 2 batteries inside. It's got a switch at the top. You put it on your nut, and if I turn this on and off, you'll see the propeller starting and stopping. There we are. There it's spinning fast, and then it stops. It's spinning fast. It's got a good little motor, this, and 2 good strong AA batteries. Means there's a big breeze coming down over your fevered brow as you standing in this hot sunshine without any winds. So a very, very effective thing, because it sits on the head like that, and just exactly there you got a lovely cold blast of air from this device. It's a very sensible hat. Not really for fun, it's actually a serious one, I think. There's another one here which is for fun, because it's just one of those showy things. It's it's a very floral hat, isn't it? And it's got one of these little wonderful butterflies on a delicate string, which we've sold on the website for so many years. I'll turn it on. The switch is sweet, because the switch is just this flower in the front. You just push it in like that. And now the butterfly takes off. Look at that. I'm making it go round and round and round and round and round. Flap, 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 flap. Round here and round here. As you move your head slightly, rocking the head, it'll go round and round like that. And anytime you want to stop it in mid-flight, you just push that and it stops quivering. So a very nice item. Again, it's got, I think it's just 1 little battery inside, and then a switch, which is that device there. The back of the flower is there, and that's the on-off switch. Push it on and push it off again. Very nice. I feel we should perhaps have a chance to show these in the studio when I can wear them properly on the head and so on. But well, the last one to show you is a wind-up, which is interesting. This is Schilling Company made this a few years ago. This is ingenious. It's a completely fun thing. It's a daft but great fun. It's got one of these little devices here, which I'm very familiar with, because that's the device you use for it's got a spring inside it, and it winds up a spinning top. And when you click it, the top comes out, and out it comes. That's what I've got to happen here. Let me show you the back of it first. So it's got a sucker there to go on your bald head, which I've now got. That helps. If you've got hair, I don't know, you have to wear a skull cover on. That's the actual switch. When you push that in, that's what makes the thing spin fast. So, and here's a spinner. It's actually a little propeller blade. And they provide 3 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, no, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that sits in my head, and when we push this, watch the thing go. Woo! Oh, should have gotten better than that. Let's do other one here. If I do enough, it should actually go up to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, oops, 3, 4. Stand back here, and then woof. No, it's having a quiet day, but on a good spin, it will just about reach the ceiling up there, which is remarkable. So, an extraordinary idea for a hat, all of which I feel ought to be done either outdoors with camera work, perhaps when it's summertime next year, or in the studio, but it needs space. But they are fun, and that sort of thing is tremendous fun. And some of them, like this one here, is purely functional. It doesn't look pretty, but it actually works very well when you've got a fevered brow. Fun hats, but some serious ones too, always turning fans. Are you a fan?